in the rearing jar here. They're actually wigglers now. You can see them wiggling like crazy. I've learned so much about hatching the eggs, and a lot about angelfish in the past couple of weeks. Pretty excited to see how these come out. My female was a koi angelfish and the male was a marble, so I can't wait to see them grow up and see what they look like. Couple more days and they should be free swimming, but they're doing really well. And I ended up with quite a few angelfish. Didn't really have too much of a problem with fungus. I was really surprised. Looking online and looking at other YouTube videos, I noticed a lot of people had a lot of fungus and were dealing with a lot more white eggs that weren't unfertilized. I got real lucky in that sense. I think I only had maybe 15 eggs I counted that were white that I actually manually removed. So I did pretty good percentage wise on this, and like I said, in a couple days they should be free swimming, and then I can feed them some brine shrimp. I've got some brine shrimp actually cooking now. Trying to build up a colony to feed some of my larger fish. I want to grow some brine shrimp into adults, but it is a lot of work and it's tiring. You really have to keep up on the water and make sure you're feeding them enough and not too much. As far as these guys go, you hatch a nice fresh batch of brine shrimp and rinse them off, and then you take a turkey baster and you go right in the top of that sponge. You get one of the ones with the needle on it, like a flavor injector. It's got the large sharp needle, and you'd poke it right through until it pokes out under here, and you hook up your baster that connects to it with some brine shrimp, and you squirt away. But this is only after they've been swimming for about 12 hours, so you have to make sure that you go by the last few that become swimmers. That's when you begin your 12-hour wait, and then you're able to feed them. They eat their yolk sac right now, so they're actually feeding on yolk sacs. That's what keeps them alive for the first 6 days or so, give or take. It all depends on how warm you keep your water. If you got your water up around like 82ish, which is on the higher but okay side, you'll find that I think your fry will come along quicker. Not a lot quicker, but definitely within hours quicker. And right now I'm about 81 degrees, so that's a good safe temperature. It's good for them. It's not too hot, not too cold. If something were to happen, there's a little room to wiggle there. And I like 81 for my angelfish, whether they're spawning or I'm raising some fry like this. So this is my first time, and I did a lot of research. A lot of other subscribers helped me on here, other people from YouTube, and I'm thankful to those people for helping me out, because there is a lot to figure. I feel like what I heard is most people don't really have good success the first time, and a lot of times that's because you don't have the right equipment or the right just experience or knowledge that you need. And I really try to do my homework, and a lot of good people help me out. So if any of you are watching, thank you. I appreciate all your help. Got a lot of help on Facebook as well, some of the groups in there. So that was pretty awesome. Just the people that are willing to help you out when you're in need. So pretty cool stuff. So here, we'll get some close-ups of this fry here, guys. You can see they're full of energy. They're moving around like crazy. There's no fungusy eggs or no white eggs. A little bit of air trapped in the sponges, but Nothing to worry about. You can really see those guys wiggling away. So, real quick, for those of you who have never seen one of these rearing jar setups, they're pretty cool. You can buy the kit online. They offer the jar, but you can also just make one yourself. I recommend getting at least the foam and the tube. That's definitely the foam, because that's cut specifically for these jars, and you don't want your fry to get trapped in between here. So you need a nice tight seal all the way around on the top and bottom, because you can actually leave your fry in here for up to a week if necessary, after they become free swimming. So this is a self-filtering jar. Basically, your airline tube goes in to about an inch below that piece of PVC. There's a hole drilled. The line runs all the way down about an inch below, and now you can see under here there's space. You got to have space under here. So that sponge is about an inch off the bottom. That tube, that PVC tube, doesn't touch the glass. It's actually a fraction of a centimeter up inside the foam. And your airline tube that goes down the center, because there's a hole drilled in the side, and that airline coming in on the right goes inside the tube down, and it's about an inch from the bottom of the PVC tube. And that's very important to have it set up that way. Now what's happening is you've got air being pumped in, which is pulling water into the jar and through the sponges, creating a downward pull. So you can see it's just a very clean way to raise your fry. You don't have to do water changes. If you had these in a self-contained jar, you'd have to do water changes every day. And with this, I can just do water changes in the tank around. This tank has very, if any, nitrates in it. You don't want a lot of nitrates when you're raising your fry. You want very clean water to have good results with your fry. If you have nitrates, they can cause defects and weird things, or just kill your fry. You want to be very low, as low as you can be. So having a glass bottom tank like this, I can do real nice water changes. There's not very many places for stuff to hide, so that's another important thing. And also your jar, you want to have your water level up a little bit, so there's a place for the water to go that's being dragged through the jar. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions on this, I can do my best. I'm still learning too. I don't necessarily know everything about this yet, but I'm just experimenting and things are going well. So thanks for checking it out. I'll give you one more shot of these guys. I wish I could focus a little bit better. This program I'm using, it's Wirecast Go, and you can't really focus that well. So next video that I do, I'll do with my iPhone and just upload it, so it won't be a live feeding. But okay, thanks guys, have a good rest of your day.